Hi, this is Amy from ULC Seminary, and I have been asked to do a video segment about the idea of how do you know if you have been called to the ministry? How do you know? There are a lot of people who seem to be posing that question to themselves of they want to do something, but they don't know if they've actually been called to do it or not. My answer about that is, of course you have been. If you feel a need to or a want even to help other people, to give someone a helping hand, not a handout, but just help them on their way, then yeah, I would say that that's a calling. We are all here, in my opinion anyway, we are all here to learn, to teach, and to grow. And the Golden Rule says that do unto others, or some version of that, as you would have them do unto you. This is a definition also of karma, which is as you do to others, so will be done to you, effectively, which is not a threat, but more just an awareness of consequences. Where there is imbalance, there will become balance. An extrapolation of this is something that I always say when I teach a karate class is, as you teach, so shall you learn. So the question that you should be asking yourself is less, what do I have to teach others? What is it that I need to put out there and tell everybody? You know, people talk in terms of, I've got to spread the word, I've got to share the truth. Well, I think that's fine, because, you know, there's something to be learned about that as well. My question that I would put out there is less about what is it that I have to tell everybody else, and more, what is it that I'm out to learn? Because as you teach, so shall you learn. What you put out there to others, if you want to learn about love and kindness and generosity and compassion, then that's what you need to go out and teach. If that is in alignment with your religious or spiritual beliefs, great, then teach about that. God, the universe, supreme being, whoever, if you're humanist, just each to each other, we want to learn about these things so we can pass on the message of goodness and love and such. So regardless of what kind of ministry that you do, the question that you might want to ask yourself is, what is it that I want to learn? And whatever you want to learn, teach to others. You can do that by weddings, you can do that by homeless shelters, you can do that by helping needy people, you can help children, you can teach a class. There are just so many things that you can do, and some of them I think can be done without having necessarily a formal ministry. Some people say, I don't have the time or the money or the resources to devote to doing a ministry. Well, again, what is it that you want to learn? For me, after my divorce, one of the things I wanted to learn more about was kindness. How to recognize it, how to give it, how to, not be on guard for things, and just to be able to be open to it, not only just receiving it, but giving it as well. Because when you're guarded all the time, for whatever reason, it can be very difficult to recognize certain things like kindness and love and other kinds of things. And so, part of my ministry is about doing kind words and videos and other kinds of things where I can share with other people, because that's how I learn. I learn about when I give out some kind words to some people, I receive them as well. And plus, I just enjoy giving them. I find that it's fun. When I see people in my karate class and they walk through the doors, I give them a big warm welcome and a big hello, and make them feel like they're welcome somewhere. That in itself is enough for a ministry. If you are a person at your workplace and you see somebody who's feeling a little down and you ask them genuinely, how are you? With a genuine, sincere interest in listening to what they have to say and offering any good ideas, counsel, or just encouragement. That's a ministry. It can be any number of things. If you want to be more specific and you want to visit people in the hospitals or in jail or in, hospice care, or just, people who are actively needing hellos, that's a great thing to learn about. And maybe within yourself you're learning about goodness and receiving things, and how to raise your own levels and your own vibrations. And you might be seeing through looking at these people where they're getting stuck, or where they're overcoming where they've been getting stuck, and you can learn from that. Just by giving them encouragement, you get to watch them overcome whatever it is that their obstacles are. And that's a wonderful learning situation for you, and it helps them as well, because as you give, so shall you receive. I don't think there's any really, truly sacrificial giving. I remember an episode of Friends, and Phoebe, one of the characters, was saying she was giving something and it was a selfless thing. And they said, well, it's not really selfless because you got something out of it. You enjoyed it. So finally at the end she gave something away and she wasn't happy about it at all and she didn't like it, so it was giving selflessly because she didn't want to, or something. It was a comedy, of course. But it's true that we give something to someone and we give it with no strings attached and with nothing other than just the joy of giving, then you get the same back. You get to receive as well. So back to the original question, are you called to serve? Absolutely. If you are a human on this planet, you are called to serve. You serve yourself and you serve others in at the same time. If you're giving to other people without strings, that's important. If you give just genuinely because you want to give, then you are called, and that is a ministry, and it all counts. Everything you do counts. I'm Amy with the ULC Seminary. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.